Okay, so how do you water your bonsai in a water bath? So we use the kitchen sink and we put the plug in, and then we turn this to the side, the faucet to the side, to make sure that it doesn't, mess up your nice little ornamental stones or anything when you start putting the bonsai in and it's running. And then we just turn on some cold water, let it run. You sit your bonsai in, and then you watch the water. You want to make sure that it doesn't come up past the ledge, because then you're going to flood the top here, everything's going to look all funky and you're going to be watering it wrong. And you might run the risk of overwatering it. So you just kind of look at the bottom to see where the water is. You don't want to let it go past. They say around halfway is enough. So I actually think this one is enough, so we're going to turn the water off. And then what I like to do is run the garbage disposal to make sure that, I can get any extra little suction so that the water doesn't drain out. And then another thing I like to do is just shift it aside and push the plug down even more to make sure that I have it in really good. Once that's all sitting there, I set a timer for about 10 minutes. And then I pretty much just let it sit. I do this about 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how dry the bonsai is going to get. You need to be able to tell if the soil is dry though. Underneath the moss isn't really a clear indicator. In fact, sometimes your moss will get all ugly and dried and yellow. So don't use that as an indicator, but you want to look at your actual soil underneath here. See, mine's actually pretty moist. It's actually been sitting here for a few minutes before. So you want to kind of gauge by your soil and let it drink the water up this way so that the plant is actually drinking as much water as it needs, and you're not watering it from on top and sort of giving it, overwatering it or underwatering it, or even watering only one part of it and then the other side's not getting. So like I said, let it sit here for about 10 minutes or so, 2 to 3 times a week, but really you have to gauge when your plant needs water. You can either feel it, to see how heavy it is. When it is too light, obviously he needs water, or if his leaves start getting brown or something like this. This one's pretty green, we just got him though, so it obviously looks good from the shop. But that's pretty much it. That's how you water your bonsai using a water bath. So good luck, bye.